Hello, my name is Eric, and today we're going to revisit hovercrafts. This here is a hovercraft I built 5 years ago. It was a blast to make. I learned a lot from it. But today we're going to build a new hovercraft because, well, that one's not perfect. While the old hovercraft was a ton of fun, there are a few things I want to improve. First off, it's made out of foam board, which is easy to work with but doesn't hold up well to water or snow, especially melting snow. It struggles on uneven surfaces and just can't handle grass, dirt, or mud. The lack of weight means it can't push the skirt down to seal properly or generate enough air to hover efficiently on grass. On top of that, the frame isn't durable. The rear propeller shield deforms easily and it doesn't direct thrust as well as I'd like. I also want to add some cameras so you guys can get some awesome perspectives while watching this thing in action, and we can set it up for FPV. Enough of the old one. Let's get started on building the new one. So, durability is key, and I also want the new hovercraft to be able to float on water. We're going to kick things off by cutting out some parts for the rear propeller guard and motor mount for the downward thrust motor. Before I start cutting, I modeled my idea in Fusion 360 to create the design for the laser cut files and figure out how I want everything to fit together. After cutting these parts, I traced them onto the foam to make the main body, rear propeller guard, and front corners. The design is pretty simple, which I love. It also hides the lift motor, giving me more space to run wires and add other components. Once the parts were all cut out, I mounted the motors and started gluing everything together. I used super glue and hot glue out of impatience, but I'd recommend using something stronger like Gorilla Glue for a more durable bond. Then I added the rear turning fins. For the fins, I installed a strut at the top and bottom for support, drilled holes for a barbecue skewer to act as a hinge, added a brace to keep the fins in sync. I then wired a servo to control them. I started with a 9-gram servo, but later upgraded to a 55-gram servo for the power I needed to control the hovercraft properly. At this point, the hovercraft was almost ready to go, but I needed to wire up the electronics. I ran a quick test before installing the cover. The results were promising. It's way better than the original. You can easily go over bigger bumps like this pipe here. That's a win. Now let's get the cover on. I'm using yard sign material for the cover, just a big sheet of plastic from Lowe's. I wasn't sure how I wanted to form it at first, but I ended up cutting channels on both sides and folding it together like foam board. The angle on the front is a bit shallow, but it worked out fine. I decided to fasten the covers with magnets, which I really like because it's easy to remove, but I'll admit it's a bit too easy to knock off. I ended up 3D printing some better ways to secure the magnets to the foam, which act like a screw, and it worked well. More on that later. With the cover on, it was time to add cameras and take the hovercraft outside for a test run. It's driving so much better than the old one. It's faster, handles the bumps really well. It can easily flip over on the curves if you're not careful, so some extra weight at the bottom would help, but overall, it's awesome. I'm using a 2200 milliamp hour 4-cell LiPo battery and a standard quadcopter motor for a lift motor and a big motor for the thrust. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want more details on all of the parts in this build. I also mixed the throttle on my Tyrannus QX7 so that when I give it throttle, it also gives me a little bit of lift. I made this proportional so that it gives me a little bit more lift than it does thrust, and that kind of helps on takeoff and stability. This thing's awesome. I think we need somewhere to drive it, so let's build some ramps for the backyard. I'm going to quickly screw together some 2x4s and plywood and make a couple of ramps. We'll pack some snow around them and see how the hovercraft handles it. If you want to see a full video on the ramp build, let me know in the comments. I decided to add a little twist. I marked out the track with spray paint and even created an obstacle course with the ramps. It's looking awesome. Now I think it's time for a race. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we've got the hovercraft out here and we are doing an obstacle course. So I've got my brother Nathan here behind the camera and we are going to time both of us and see who wins. So let's get to it. Go down the hill there. We're going to go through the tunnel there, around, past that camera, around it, over these 3 jumps. We're going to go around the loop-de-loop. We're going to go around the tree, around the other tree, and then back, and there's the finish line right there. So let's get to it. Staying on the track is so tough with all of the snow, but it's still so much fun. It's really hard because the snow is slippery, as you can imagine. There's no traction to go around corners, but we still had a blast. Wrong side of the tree, Eric. I did my lap, and let's just say I had a lot of trouble staying on course. It's hard to get traction on the snow, but it's Nathan's turn now, and his lap wasn't much better.
To be fair, Eric has been practicing. I haven't driven this thing 1 second. I don't even know how to turn. So that's left, that's right. This is a completely, yeah. Okay, let's do this. Woo! Okay, wait. Oh boy, it doesn't go back. Nope. Backwards. You got this. Okay, let's see how he does it. Resetting location is probably a lot easier to do from behind. Woo! Woo! You lost it there. We got this. Oh no, he's been sick. Oh!
So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing for more fun projects like this. I'm sure that there are more modifications that we can do to make this hovercraft even better, but this is all for today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.